Smoke weed every day. Well, hey, happy 420, everyone. Welcome to the Pokemon Y Randomizer Nuzlocke, episode 25. You know what else is also 25? Smoke weed every day. Now, I can't smoke a blunt in my house because that'd be weird. And my family would be like, hey, why are you smoking weeds in the house? And be like, I don't know, because I don't smoke weed in general. So instead, I'm going to inhale this entire Sharpie. We can't fucking turn on this channel. Smoke weed every day. I can't cough because I ain't a bitch. Oh yeah, that's some good shit right there. That's some good shit right there.
They like, chauffeur, where you been at? They want my whereabouts, been working hard. I see it paying off, all in my bank account. We'll never have the same amount. Money what I rave about, cause with it come the power, respect.
Hi, hello, that joke was the worst. I hope you know that. Dude, I'm so fucked up now. Now we're nice an hour of power today, guys. How you doing? I just thought I'd start. I don't know why I thought I'd start off with that. So hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves on this splendid Friday. If you guys are watching this on Friday's way, because you know, notification squad. I am currently doing a charity stream for one of my friends. At 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys want to come out there and show your love and support, I appreciate it. This is on April 20th, by the way, when this is happening. So if anyone watching this outside of that day, sorry to cut it to you. But yeah, we're doing a nice hour of power. We're gonna try to get some encounters. We're gonna fuck around with that ice cave. We're gonna, you know, maybe take on the gym, you know, something like that. I'm not really 100% sure, but you know, we're out here. Comes the mammoth swine to let us know that, hey, you can use the mammoth swine. Swipe. Are you headed to the Frost Cavern Raider? I'm trying to put that loves cold climates. What do you think? So me, it says something amidst the Frost Cavern. And you are? My name's Trevor. I'm researching the distribution of the Pokemon to the Kalos region at Professor Sigmar's request. I see. That's why you're walking clear out of Frost Cavern then. That's why I seem concerned about something over there, so be careful. I will. Thank you. What are you gonna do, Bean? I'm going to prefer my expedition. Right. Battle me? Jazz music stops. Owner Salvador. So you own all of Salvador. Okay. Okay, I guess. I know you just own fucking countries now and shit. Salvador country is at a province. No, it's a country in Central America. Spiky Shield. You fucking Willy. You Willy. You Willy. You sticky wicky. Thunderfang, yeah, yeet. Outsped, that's wild. Night Days. That's stab. And that does a lot. So, I think that's my cue. Out of all the letters that I could be in right now, that sounds like it's definitely my cue to get the fuck out. Bars. Let's go into, let's go into Dwokith. Nah. Probably Crocaine. I think Crocaine's probably the safest bet. Can't lose Zagoy. Zagoy's that boy, you feel me? Can't lose Zagoy, cause Zagoy's that boy. They also did a lot. I don't like that. I don't like that. Surf, do I outspeed? I do not. Spiky Shun, you bitch. You bitch. Bitch. Alright, surf. Alright, that's bad. Alright. Not gonna lie. Inhaling that Sharpie that long kind of gave me a minor headache right here. I'm not even gonna front. And it's not because I'm like, whoa, I'm hot. It's just like, that smell is horrible. Because we're talking about like just weed in general right now. Weed sucks. And I don't mean as in like, don't smoke it. I don't mean like that, because I mean clearly there's like medical, you know, benefits out of it, and you know, if people want to smoke it, go ahead, like whatever. I mean, it sucks as in like, it fucking smells horrible. I don't give a fuck who you are. That shit is gross. Like, I don't care if you smoke weed every fucking day, man. That smell is trash, and you know it. No, it smells fucking good. No, shut the fuck up. That's just you lying to yourself that it smells nice. That shit straight smells like dick. Old fucking corn tortillas and old curry. Old skunk head ass. Well, that's because you're smoking dank weed. No. All of it. Just all of it fucking smells bad. But I mean, like, I don't smoke, so I don't fucking know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. This boy is... That did absolutely nothing. Zagoi! Zagoi! Let's go to Dwoketh. Beat it up like Rampage. Like, yeah! Shofu the motherfucking beatdown. Yo, shout out to Shofu. Oh. Oh, we actually surprisingly ate that. Very fine. Alright. Oh, well, I'm gonna hit him this time, so. Like, he tightening up his focus, and Dwoketh comes and goes, stop. Stop. So, I wish I had a fire type on my team. Stop. Bro, shut the fuck up. You know Chief, you know Chief got caught with a ratchet. It's pretty good. Oh, Pokeballs, what am I talking? Hyper potions, give me that. Yeet. Can you tell me also in Gen 7 they made hyper potions like 120 health? We're gonna be here for a minute. We're gonna be here for a minute. Did I get a free shell smash off? I did. Yes, I got a free shell smash off. Alright, time to fucking sweep this boy. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Get that. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, big dog. Do I still outspeed? Oh, I do. Get the fuck out of here. Yeet. 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 I don't sound like anything like it. I'm trying, man. Wanna learn Slash? Fuck no. Yeah, sure not. Baby. Fuck no, baby. Physical move, high crit ratio. My physical attack is great. You know, the usual. So good while you're at it. Cool. High crit Cordelia. Your name's weird. Got a weird name, dog. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Actually, you were a chick. I forgot about that. Don't believe people you meet on the internet. I've been catfished before. Let me rephrase that. I have been well, I mean, I've been catfished as in, like, if I meet these people on, like, Tinder and stuff, and, like, before I meet them in person, I, like, do research, ultimately, you know, and I find out that it's not them. So those are, like, minor catfishes or whatever. Or back, you know, back in my early high school days, like, when I was, like, 14, 15, like, Kick, that was a thing. Got catfish on there a couple times. But anyway, so like my story goes, West Philadelphia, born and raised. No, that's not how it actually goes. Okay, so the actual story is I used to talk to this girl. Like, we were friends. I was a freshman. She was a junior in high school, and she was bad. Like, I'm talking like, damn. Like, this girl was cute as fuck, right? And so like I used to crush on her hard, and so she ended up moving schools or whatever. Landsmouth. Great. That is also stab. Holy fucking shit. Never. Snot top. Please stop. So anyways, so, you know, I was like crushing on her. I was like trying to, like, you know, get at her and stuff. And so she moved, and then, you know, my friend was also trying to holler at her. Me, and like, I didn't care if my friend was trying to holler at her because, like, I wasn't like dating her yet. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, gentleman's bet. Like, whoever gets her first, like, bet. You know, whatever. So like, I'd be trying to holler at her. I'd be trying to talk to her and stuff. And he'd be like, yeah, man, like, she sent me nudes and stuff. And I'd be like, what the fuck? That's crazy. But of course, him being the don't do that. Him being the homie he is, he would show me, and she was still looking bad, right? But like I said, I didn't care. I was like, you know, whatever. I'm not dating her yet. He's not dating her, so it's still anyone's game at this point. You know, she's talking to two guys. Whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. And let's go back into Zagoi because we now have the type advantage. I was like, cool, whatever. I don't give a shit. So like, there's this concert event that happened every year. I don't know if they still do it, but I sincerely doubt it because the genre's kind of died off. But back in the day, back in like, this is like 2011, you know, Screamo was like closing to its peak. You know, it was pretty popular back in the day, right? And so like, there's a show called, not this show, but there's this an event called Extreme Thing where you could take like all like the bands that were on tour would all go to like one place, play like an entire like festival kind of idea on like multiple stages, and then continue on with their days. And it was like $20 per ticket. It was like dumb cheap, and you know, everyone went like in high school. And so like she was like, yo, we should like meet up and stuff. And I was like, bet. I was like, oh, I'm about to get mine. No, not really, but I was like, yo, I'm down, like totally. And this is before I've ever had a girlfriend. This was like, I was a sophomore this time. So I got my first kiss when I was like the summer of freshman and sophomore year. So I already kissed a girl before. So, you know, I was minorly prepared. I'm so behind with the ladies, man. I'm not a ladies man. So anyways, so like, when I go there, you know, she's telling me like, ooh, I'm wearing this outfit, I'm wearing like these fishnet like leggings and booty shorts and like this shirt, and I was like, damn girl, I was like, I'm ready. Ooh. And she's like, where are you? Like, what are you wearing? I was like, oh, I'm wearing this, this, and this. And she's like, all right, cool. She's like, we'll meet up. And I was like, all right, dope. So then like, when I was waiting for her, this one girl that I used to hit on who was like, no, I'm not into you because like I'm better than you or whatever. I was like, so I saw her, so I was like, okay. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I forgot the girl's name, so I'm just gonna say like Kelly or whatever. I don't even know a Kelly, so Kelly is actually perfect for her name. So I was like, yo, what's up, Kelly? Like, fucking, what are you up to, bitch? And she'd be like, what? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just about to hang out with this girl that, you know, likes me. Like, you know, I'm trying to like flex on her stuff, and she's like, I can tell she's like, kind of like, okay, like, all right, you got game, you got another girl, like, you got over me. Like, I could tell like it didn't like 100% bother her, but it got in her head a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, out of the shadows, this behemoth comes out, and I want you to know that this girl catfished me, as in from the last time I saw her, from when I was a freshman when she was looking good. From freshman to sophomore year, she well, it's like a span of like 9 months ultimately, because the end of sophomore year and extreme thing was like March, so it'd be like June to March. From the span of that, she found a way to engulf another human being, is what I'm trying to say in the nicest way. As in, she blimped up at least like 80 pounds. Like, we're talking like she went from 5'2", maybe 100 pounds to like 5'2", and like, well, 100 plus 80. So like, she got big, and like, she threw me off. I was like, oh, what? And like, the girl was like trying to gas up, like I was trying to like flex on. She like saw it, and she kind of had like that, the tongue on the teeth smile, like, okay, you know, type moment. And I was like, ugh. And I was like, and the girl was like, is there a problem? And I was like, you look different. And she was like, she's like, what does that mean? Like, in a good way? Or, and I was like, I'm gonna go. So then I fucking left her, and then I started hanging out with the girl that I was like trying to flex to, because, you know, like, we were still friends regardless. And I hung out with her instead. And then like, I ran up to my best friend Anthony, like I ran into him, and I was like, yo, Anthony, I was like, this girl fucking catfished me. He was like, what? And he was like, no, you're over exaggerating, like, there's no way she did that to you. And I was like, no, dog. I was like, she's fucking big. I was like, oh, this is first encounter, gang shit. Audition 420, gang gang. Gang shit, let's go. Actually, as you're watching this, I got done hunting for Oddish and Oris with the bearded blarg. But anyways, so I can freely T-bolt. That's a resisted move. It shouldn't kill. Yeah. Oh my god, it did absolutely nothing. All right. So like, so I told Anthony, I was like, yo, I was like, she got big, dog. I was like, she lied to us. So those photos that she sent you were fake, and like, well, not fake, but like, you know, from when she was skinny. You know, and I was like, so like, be wary. And at this point, he had a girlfriend, so he like really didn't care. Like, he had a girlfriend at this time. So like, he was like, damn, that sucks though. Like, that's crazy. I was like, I know. And so he was like, but yeah, you're probably just overreacting. I was like, nah, I wish. And like, so we're walking, like, and like, so we're like walking to the next stage, and he gets like shoulder bumped by like this linebacker. He's like, where the fuck you going? He's like, where the fuck you going, you fat ass bitch? And I was like, Anthony, that's her. And he was like, no. And he liked the whole thing too. Like, he put his hands to his hair, like he just lost like a fourth quarter Hail Mary quarterback pass. Just like, me and him did that for like 20 minutes. We're just like, how did it happen? And yeah. So that's my story of me getting catfish. Why did I bring that up? I don't know. Don't really know why. Sometimes I feel like I don't know you. Why did I bring up being catfished? Them Sharpies, man, they fuck you up, dog. You don't remember shit, dog. I wish I remembered why. Oddish, more like... Got him. Got him. God, why did I bring up catfish? Talking to girls. Oh, I remember. We battled that one hiker, that one girl that ended up being a hiker, and I was like, oh, you don't look anything like that. You could. I was like, damn, you got catfished, and I was like, I remember. Telling them, don't sleep on them Sharpies, dog. They'll fuck you up, and they cheap. Like $1 for a Sharpie, you get a real grand old good old time. And we're going against the gym leader again. Do I have any more like stories or whatever? Let's make this whole hour just like story time with Pat. I'm gonna title that Story Time with Pat 420. Fuck it, you know, let's just make this story time. Well, the thing about telling stories is like I've told a lot of these on Twitch most of the time, so I kind of forget if my viewers already know this, because obviously a lot of my viewers from YouTube and Twitch are roughly the same people. So like 420 dish. That's funny. It's gonna snobbed up. Story time. Let's do with the story of. Actually, yeah. Let's. I've never publicly told this story before. I was gonna wait till like one of my stand-up comedy bits to talk about this, because you guys don't know I've been writing material down for stand-up comedy because I want to do it. So I have this bit which is a true story. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, and it's very weed related. So if you guys, a lot of you guys don't know, I was homeless when I was 12 years old. And when I was homeless, I was not the most. I wasn't a good kid, is what I'm trying to say. Is I started dabbling with a lot of like negative shit just because I didn't care, because I felt like no one cared about me at that time in my life. So like I was hanging out with like a lot of the wrong people. I didn't really go to school much. I read mangas though. I used to read a lot of manga at the library. So anyways, so like. I met this kid who was also homeless, right? And like, so I met this kid, and like, like he was kind of like a big brother to me. He's only like a year older than me or whatever, but like, like I hung out with him enough to like, really get to know him and stuff. And like, he was kind of like my buddy, because he was also like, not homeless, but if like. He was also like, like in need. Ultimately, is what I'm trying to get at. Now, let's see what else we could have gotten, by the way. You know what? I'm not too mad about Oddish. I mean, I like Corsola too, but not too mad. So anyways, so like, we're chilling. Like, we're like fucking around doing some shit or whatever. Like, we used to skate and stuff. And, like, I wasn't, like, really big into skating at that time, but, like, I used to do it to get to, like, point A to point B, ultimately. And, like, so... God damn it. So, like, what I'm trying to get at is Chansey. Yo. Yeah, that's a clean clap. And so, like... I had a skateboard and a scooter. And, like, but I would skateboard to get around place to place, but the scooter becomes important later in this fucking story. So, like, my friend, I'm just going to keep it at my friend, because I don't, whatever. So my friend, Jim, whatever, that's his name for the story. My friend Jim is like, yo, like, let's get a sack. And if you guys don't know, that means sack means weed, right? And so I've never smoked weed, like, ever. And for the most part, I've still never actually smoked weed, really, besides one time at Pexy's. Nice and exposed. So like, there you go. Jeez, I don't know why that was giving me such a hard time. And so like, he's like, yo, let's go get a sack. And I was like, all right, I don't know what that means, but like, I'm down, like whatever. And so like, we go to these people, and he's like, yeah, these people give me the hook. I was like, we're good. Like, don't worry. Like, we about to do this. And I told him too. I was like, hey, I'm not like smoking with you. Like, I'm just here for the adventure. Like, if you want to go get weed, you want to do you, like, that's fine. I'm not gonna partake in these actions. And he was like, all right, like whatever. He's like, you a bitch, but I respect it. I was like, cool, all right. And so we show up, and Jim is like, yo, what's up, y'all? Like, there was like this like kind of like posse. Like, they weren't a gang, but like they weren't a gang, but they weren't like, they were a squad, and they definitely did gang type activities, but they weren't like a gang. Like, they weren't Blood Crip, like East Side like type shit. They just did like hood shit in a group. So I guess they were like their own gang, right? And God, I don't even know why I'm telling you guys this. And so, sweet kids, am I gonna become confused? Oh fuck. All right. So anyways, so like they show up, and so my boy Jim is like, yo, like I'm trying to get a sack, and they're like, all right, that'll be like fucking like $40 or whatever. For like some amount of weed, right? Dragon. Okay, so you're just here to take my life away. All right, that's fine. So I was like, so he was like, yeah, that'd be like 30, 40 bucks or whatever. I forgot the actual amount that was being said. And so, like, my boy Jim was like, all right, like, he's like, you know, I'll hit you up next time. He's like, you know, like, I ain't got the money right now. Like, he was like, you know, so is it cool, like, you know, we homies, like, I'll just hit you up. And then the main guy, Lazy, that was his actual affiliation name, was like, oh, yeah, just like, you know, last time you're going to hit us up with 30, 40. And the time before that, they're like, you owe us, like, 200 bucks. Like, they're like, you owe money, motherfucker. Like, I hope you know that. And so they're like, so the fucking Jim is like, all right, well, how about we make like a kind of deal out of this? Like, we find a way to pay off our services. Like, he says we, and at that point I was like, I'm fucked. Like, I don't even know any of these people, and somehow I just became affiliated by this. He's like, all right, well, how about we just find a way to like work our way off this debt? And they're like, all right, what do you have in mind? Fucking Jim looks at me and goes, you see this kid right here? And they go, yeah. They're like, he's never smoked weed a day in his life. And I go, so what does that mean? They're like, but does he look innocent? And they're like, yeah, looks like a pretty normal kid. They're like, he could smuggle you guys shit for like, cause like they sold. So ultimately, what I'm saying is I've never smoked weed a day in my life, but I used to smuggle it when I was 12. So they were a dealer, ultimately, is what they were as well. They used to deal weed, so like they would grow it or they would buy it from someone and then resell it, and they would have drop-offs and stuff. But they made me do it because A, I was homeless and I didn't fucking care what I was doing at the time, and like B, I was this 12-year-old white kid who rode a scooter around places to get around. So I used to skate, but when I did these like deals, I had a scooter because I was still like technically like a shelter, so I had like a place to leave my shit at time to time, or if I left that at a friend's house. So I would take the scooter. I don't even know what mod they were gonna send out right now. Klefki. Oh yeah, I gotta get the fuck out. So like I would take the scooter places and do drop-offs at fucking like random places, like behind dumpsters, like underneath like the fucking like metal frame. And the reason why like I would ride a scooter is because if you guys think about it, if you see a kid skateboarding as a cop, you're like, oh, that kid's like rebellious, like, oh, I don't need fucking handlebars to get to my places, like fuck gravity, like let's stop him, he's probably a stoner, right? You see a fucking kid on a scooter, you're just like, yeah, he's a fucking loser, what a virgin, go on, like go home. You gotta do someone else's homework. And so I would do these smuggles. Well, like I didn't carry much at me at the time, so I would like transfer weed everywhere. I would transfer weed to these places. They would get picked up, and like they would already been paid beforehand. Like they would pay like up front, and then I would drop off the weed later. So it's what I did. It's ultimately what I did when I was like 12. Am I allowed to talk about any of this publicly? Is this episode just gonna get scrapped because I'm technically admitting to illegal activities at a young age? To be honest, it was kind of at my own will, because I want you to know why this man was called Lazy, by the way. So this man was called Lazy because when he smoked so much crack. I want to emphasize on, I wish I could make this up. I wish I could make this entire story up. He smoked so much crack in one sitting that when he fell asleep, he fell asleep with the crack pipe in his hand. And when doing that, it burned and singed like all of his nerves off in his fucking right hand. So he couldn't make an actual fist. He could not make a fist because a crack pipe burned his nerves. Alright? All he could do is this. This is the closest he could get out of it. So we called him lazy because he had a lazy fucking hand. He couldn't do shit with it, right? So this is like mad choloed out, by the way. Like we're talking like neck tattoos, fucking like tatted on eyebrows of like someone's name that he lost when he was like 14. Like real cholo type shit, like wife beater, plaid shorts, and like some white K-Swiss Adidas with like knee-high socks. I want to paint the most vivid picture of this man who would make me smuggle drugs at 12 years old. Can we talk? So what I'm saying is, kind of against my own will is what I'm trying to get at, because I was terrified of my entire life. So this goes on for like a couple weeks. Like we're talking like 2-3 weeks. Like nothing crazy. Like it wasn't like a month. It wasn't like months on end, years on end, like whatever, right? So I'm technically affiliated with this gang at this point, right? And so Lazy comes up to me, you know, we're like, okay, so like, all right, I got a deal for you, like type shit. Like he comes up to me, you know, like the 3 goatee hairs, but very thick, like Tabasco, like hot sauce mustache is the best way I can like explain him. And so he goes, all right, you're used to smuggling small amounts of weed. They're like, but today is a big purchase. And so instead of you going by yourself, because, you know, some people might catch word now that you do this, we're going to go with you so that you're okay. So I was like, oh shit, like I appreciate it. Why was that a red card? So I was like, oh damn, I appreciate that. Because I was like, now my life is not in danger. So if, you know, drug people want to start coming after me, I'm okay at this point, you know, because my boy Lazy and the fucking, you know, Tweedledee and Tweedledums over here are gonna help me out. Cool, great. So I don't remember how much I had on me at this point. Like, it's just probably the most amount of weed I've ever held. Actually, I can confirm this is the most amount of weed I've ever held in my entire life at this point. It wasn't like anything like really crazy, like not like a pound or whatever, because like that's a lot. But like we're talking like I don't know how many ounces, like a lot. Like if I Google this up, I can like gesture like how much. I know. Yeah, we're talking like, I'd say like a quarter of a pound. So we're talking like half a Ziploc bag, like full, like a quart, like 4 to 5 ounces at least of weed on me. And like, so we're like going, right? And so like back when I was like, when I would do these runs, I would like, you know, I was on a scooter, so like cops didn't fucking stop me. You know, I was like, you know, I knew how to like play it cool. Like I wasn't like sweating bullets, and so I'm like, you know, I wasn't doing that. You know, I can keep a pretty straight face, you know, and act like everything's all right. But you know, you now put me in a situation where I'm surrounded by like 5 cholos, and you know, who are all like in their mid-20s, early 30s, and then you have a 12-year-old white kid with them, who is not on a scooter at this point, kind of walking with them. Draw some red flags. So the fucking cops see us, right? And they go, woo! You know, like they turn around, and all my friends, why did I even say that? All of the homies, book it. Like, just like, oh, see you later, boy. Like, you got this. Like, you handle it. Like, talk out of it. And I was like, what? So I was like, all right, I guess. And so the cops show up, you know, and they go like, all right, they're like, all right, what's your fucking deal? They're like, where'd your friends go? And like, I was so paranoid at this point, because like I felt like they knew. They're like, where'd your friends go? I was like, say that one more time. Where did my friends go? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, all of them that ran off. I was like, oh yeah, we'd had to go. Like, I'm like fucking stumbling on. Like, I remember I was so fucking scared at this point. Like, I was like, dude, like it was at this point where I was like, dude, like shit is happening, right? And so they're like, all right, they're like, so like the cop was like, okay, how about you stay here, and I'm gonna go get a statement to handle all of this. So like all my friends already booked it. Like they hopped walls, they dipped, right? Like they're gone. And so like the moment the cop goes like, all right, I'm just gonna write a statement. So just the moment his peripheral vision was not on me anymore, I booked it as hard as I could. I'm running with like fucking 4 to 5 ounces of weed on me. Like I'm just fucking taking off. And so the dude's running after me. So luckily the fact that I was like 4'6" and you know, very slim, not even 100 pounds. So in highway passes, if you guys don't know, I didn't know this till at this point in time. If you guys don't know, in the highway passes, so like I'm wearing like a zip up like jacket, so it's like in like my hoodie pouch like pocket, I guess. In a highway pass, there's sewers, like pipes that go on the side for like water flow and stuff, and they're small. We're talking like maybe 3 feet tall. So to a 6-foot man, that's like a real, you gotta crawl at that point to fit. As for me, who's only 4.5 feet tall, that's just like that's like a villain, like like hench, like a hunch at that point. And so like I go in there and I'm like running and booking and stuff, and like I stop because I thought I lost him, and so like I see him like shining his flashlight in there and stuff, and then like when he shined the flashlight at me, like I saw like something move in the water, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And like I'm trying to move and stuff, and I hear like I don't know what it was, but I assumed it was a snake, because that's like what I kind of got out of it. Like, it didn't have legs, it was in the water moving, and the water wasn't that high, so I thought, so like I started freaking out. So like I like freak out. I'm like, covered, like I'm near bugs and shit too, 'cause it's like moist in there, and like, so I'm like freaking the fuck out. I'm 12 years old, like trying to buy like things that could kill me ultimately. So like I took my fucking hoodie off. I'm like freaking, because they're all on me, without remembering that the weed was in that pocket. So I take the hoodie off, I run out, and I'm just running. I'm like, so I lose the cops, because the only way the cop would come after me is if he went through that pipe, or if he went like on the on-ramp, take off the off-ramp to get to where I was at. You know, like it was just not in his favor. Like, and plus like he didn't even really know what I was doing at that point. He was just like I don't know. So like I'm like running and shit. I catch up with, Lazy and all the fucking Cholo boys and shit. And like they noticed that I didn't have my jacket, and they're like, so like I kind of come up with like the what the fuck was that? But like as I was walking up, they're like, where's your hoodie, essay? And I was like, what? And they're like, your hoodie that had all the stuff in it. Like, where's that at? And I was like, oh, yeah, about that. I lost that shit. I was like, when I was fucking running away from the cops that you ditched me from. I mean, I didn't say it like that. I say that now because I'm 21, almost 22. So I have, I feel kind of confident that I could take them on at this age. But, at 12, I was like, oh, there's fucking bugs with snakes. And like, so Lazy looks at me and he goes, okay, I'm going to talk to them. And we're going to see how we're going to deal with you, because you fucked up. You fucked up bad. And I was like, what? Oh, I thought this was... I'm so used to playing Moon. I thought this is a lowland Persian. That's why I sent out the boy for X Scissor. Yo, Rain Dance, hello? He goes, all right. He's like, I'm going to go talk to the boys, because we're going to have to talk about how we're going to deal with you, because you fucked up. You fucked up bad. And I was like, huh? And so, just, that's neutral, never mind. I got scared for a second, but that's neutral. And then at that point, the moment where Lazy's eye peripheral was not on me, I booked it as hard as I could. I'm talking, I ran faster from them than I ran from the cops. I ran fucking hard. And the scary thing about this was they knew where I used to stay. Like, not where I stayed, but like where I left like my skateboard and scooter and stuff. And so like when I ran back, not ran, but like when I eventually like hopped, so like also like in North Las Vegas there's these buses. I don't know if they still do it anymore, because I haven't ridden a bus in years, since like really like this event in my life. There's these buses that you didn't really, well, you needed a pass to get on, but like you didn't have to buy it right away. You can kind of like buy it in advance, and then like every so often like a patrol guy would come on to make sure that you actually had a pass, if that makes sense. So in the meantime, if the guy wasn't on there, you could really just get on this bus for free and ride it until someone like that came on. All right. Until someone like that came on, right? So like I would do that. So I would just like pretend that I have this pass, and so when like an officer would come on, I would then just hop off, like, okay, this is my stop, conveniently. So I would just do that to get away with, like, to just get around town a lot easier than fucking riding and skateboarding. And I'm just going in circles here. Okay. So that's ultimately what I did, right? So so I did that. I got back to like where my skateboard and everything was at, and Jesus Christ, what is happening here? This way. Yeah, that way. Oh, you bitch. I fucking hate these puzzles, man. I'm just gonna be first the one to say that. So anyway, so when I got back to my place, like the shelter that I was staying, it's not Salvation Army. It was the Shade. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, unfortunately. It's been years. So I was gonna say it's Battlehunt, but never mind. I walked by, I'm like, he ain't shit. And so like I went back, and I got my skateboard and my scooter, and I want you to know I tooted and booted and scooted across town to like Henderson. If you guys don't live in Vegas, but it's like North Las Vegas, Henderson. I traveled all the way across. So like we're talking like 30 miles away, just so I could never run into those people again. And that is my story of when I used to smuggle drugs and I was somehow affiliated in a gang. Have I seen Lazy in all of them? God, no. Do I want to? No. And if for whatever reason you guys are watching this, no hard feelings, man. Not a single hard feeling at all. Like I said, is this episode even allowed to be aired at this point? I just admitted a lot of shit. It's 420. Fuck you, man. I mean, oh, there's a battle. I mean, if anything, like, say, like, let someone, like, I can just pull, like, the whole stand-up comedian thing. Like, if someone actually confronts me, I'd just be like, no, it's the whole point of a gag. So as of right now, that is a true story. Until someone questions me on it, then it's not. Alright, yeah, let's drop a clean T-Fang on this boy. Bubble beam. Yo, got so many O's while looking like a bubble beam. That stab in the rain. That did actually a lot. Holy shit. So that's that's my story. I guess I could tell this first time I've ever smoked weed. I didn't really smoke it, to be honest. Hey, I'm recording. I didn't really smoke weed. I'm not really into it, but so pretty much I was at Paxi's. I was doing my meet and greet with everyone, and Etika comes up to me and goes, "Yo, is that my fucking boy Patty?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Etika remembers me from TwitchCon. Hello?" And he goes, "Yo, what's up, my dog?" And I was like, "Damn, what's up, bro? Like, what the fuck is up, homie?" Like, I'm feeling like a clout time at this point, you know. I was like, "Dude," Etika came up to me and was like, "Yo, what the fuck is up?" You know, I was feeling it. And I am recording. And so, like, you know, I'm feeling it, right? And Etika looks at me and goes, "Yo, you trying to hit this?" And he pulls out a wax pen. And I was like, you know, I wanted to say no, but I was like, buying a bitch. So, like, you know, like, okay. So, like, I was like, fuck it, you know, whatever, I'll hit it. And I fucking held that shit in. I said, whew. I was like, that's nice. And then, like, I gave back to him. He goes, "That's why you my fucking boy, dude." And then, like, you know, like, we I don't know why I gave $420 and a hyper potion. He goes, "You my fucking boy, bro," like this. And I sit down, and first of all, the taste is absolutely horrible. I'm just gonna start off with that. The taste is fucking trash. And I'm gonna finish the story real quick. The taste is fucking dick. And I was like, so I asked him, I was like, what was that actually? And because I didn't know. I thought it was like just like a vape pen at first, but it was like the taste after I realized. I was like, what was that? And this man looks at me in the window gapes of my soul, and he goes, "Nah, I'll catch you around," and disappears into the crowd. And at that point, I started sweating bullets. I was like, "Oh, okay, what?" And that was really about it. I don't really have like any crazy stories about that. I just kind of hit it, and that was it. Would I do it again? Nah, not really. Like, I didn't have that much care for it. But yeah, that's catfish for me. Used to smuggling drugs. First time I tried. Crazy episode. Is there still a good up ahead? What do you think? The Obama snow is a fine specimen. It's absolutely brimming with energy. The more we navigate it, the stronger its snow warning ability becomes, making the snowfall even more furiously.
Let's catch it swiftly and get out of here.
Oh, hell no, not Are you standing on my watch? Not on my watch. Hey, what do you think? You play well things. What do you do there? What do you think?
What does it look like? We're catching Pokemon. Why else would we have grabbed all these Pokeballs? It was all so we.
What's English? That Sharpie, man, it's getting to me. I feel like me explaining that whole gang affiliation story, I feel like I hardly comprehended a story with that. I feel like it was like, because I'm trying to like explain so much and try to play the game at the same time. I feel like I was like, dang.
So you can power like a bomb, so it's full of opponent energy.
Energy?
You're not the brightest one, are you? Whoever the most power and the most energy will come up on top. Lazy people who just wait for things to be handed to them don't have to get blah 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 resources.
But why is Team Flare amassing Pokemon energy and money? What do you think? To put it another way, why is Team Flare always trying to take everything for itself?
Allow me to spell it out for you. It's Team Flare and only Team Flare can survive. After all, why should we care about saving people who are on our side? Anyways, I don't mind a healthy curiosity, but I'm afraid I would have to do any more time to you.
Pit it. What do you think? Did this only Team Flare survive? These people have few screws loose. Got him.
You two hurry up and send these kids packing.
Bam, bam, bam. Yes, man, right away.
Let's go, Team Flare.
Stupid ass design. I feel like if Lazy ever watches, I don't know what his actual name was. That's just what we call him. I wonder if like Lazy ever watches this. He's like, this man really flamed my ass. Oh man. Nah, I highly doubt fucking 10 years later they watch a Pokemon video and this one out of all of them, and then they go, that's that dude that used to do shit for us because his friend didn't pay us off. Oh yeah, have I talked to that kid since? No, God no. He's reached me out on Facebook a couple of times though, like, hey, how you been, man? I was like, I'm great. How about you? Hopefully staying out of fucking trouble. Piece of shit. Type of friends you have, man. The type of friends you have. Zugoy's level 42. Can we talk about this real quick? Holy shit. Smoke weed every day. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of questions about this when I'm streaming tomorrow. Like, hey, wanna run that back? Man, that Sharpie fucked me up. That opened me up more than I should have. Yikes. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I was gonna save that bit for like stand-up comedy, but like obviously it's probably best that I actually said it now. So like when I do it, when I do attempt it on stand-up, I can like hone it better and make it probably with more conveyance and like, you know, not so jumpy all over the place. So do I battle you? You look more powerful than you look. Let me take you blah 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 blah. Durant. Actually, I remember the last time I played Y was the Y combo lock. I lost to this trainer because she has a Houndoom normally at level 48, and I remember that Houndoom fucking swept me. I mean, we're talking obliterated my cheeks. That Houndoom fucked me up. And that was actually where I lost. And I was like episode 29. So actually making pretty decent progress. The fact that I'm on 25 and I'm like in the same area, you know. And granted, I've done a couple hours of power, so I guess pacing wise it's relatively the same. But yeah, that was brazy. That's power cars. Wow, I've talked about a lot. Honestly, but I feel like that commentary was nice. I'm gonna sit here and say that. It's better than just saying like random ass shit to like fill up time. Cause I feel like a lot of time my commentary is just kind of trash. Like not trash, but I mean like I'm just like, oh damn, what nene, shit, what, got him. Like I feel like that's like to sum up my entire like commentary scheme, and with voices. So I feel like the fact that I could sit there and tell stories for like 48 minutes, you know, makes it an interesting kind of podcasty style episode. Doesn't matter what T Flare go, you beat it. What do you think? I mean, it scares me. I don't like battling though. But eventually we take a bomb shot by pitching it here. I know I'm reserve type, but I'm okay with that. But I was more important than bullet necessary. What do you think? The website doesn't have anything to worry about. It bomb store more. That's what matters. All's well that ends well. Can I? I'm not gonna battle this Obama Snow, right? I just want to double check. I mean, I'll Snow. Oh, it just gave me the Abomasnipe. Snow. Snake. 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 Yeah, yeah, because don't you just go down these and then you just slide down here, right? Oh, we can get encountered to the now we can get encountered to the right of the town because the mammoth swine will be like not a worrying bitch. Bitch. But yeah, now mammoth swine's not gonna be like freaking the fuck out the entire time. Like, hey, is Obama Snow okay? Now it's like, ride me. What is this LP, man? What is this fucking LP? I'll probably have to eventually tell that story again to like, if I ever do like a co-op with someone and they ask me, just to get like the reaction out of it. Cause I know I remember I did the versus with Cypher. I talked about that guy who like cussed at me and tried to find me at Walmart and then like gave me a URL website on how to build a hydrogen bomb and talked about like he failed his mission. Fucking drugs, man. Stay away from them. You know what? I'll tell that story too. Fuck it. Story time. So like, all right. So because we have like 10 minutes this hour of power still, so I can tell the story in 10 minutes. So like, pretty much what happened was I'm at Walmart and I'm leaving with my boy Anthony and Joey, and this old guy who, to explain what he looked like Mr. Green had sex with gangrene and like gout. Like that's what he had. And so like he's like putting these fucking like groceries in this yellow truck, right? He sees us, he like does like a double take and he goes, "What's up, you fucking pussies?" And I was like, okay, first of all, yo, Booflant, dope. Secondly, I was like, hello? Like, you trying to fucking fight, old man? Like, what's good? Like, you trying to square the fuck up? And he goes, "I failed my mission." And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, what is the entire universe made out of? And I was like dark matter, but we really don't know what it is. I was like, but it takes like 79% of what we are aware of in the universe. He goes like, no, you dumbass, it's hydrogen. And I was like, well, I mean, if you take an atom to its most basic form, like the most basic element, then yes, it's hydrogen. Like if you take helium, you get rid of a proton and a neutron, you have hydrogen. But splicing, that is what causes explosions. Like that's how a hydrogen bomb works. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll let you have that one, old man. So he's just asking all these fucking weird ass questions. He's just like, I failed my mission, like I need this. So then this man goes, you got a cell phone? And I wanted to say no, but like I had it out already. And I was like, yeah. He goes, type in this URL address. This man did not give me an... All right, I want you to know, this man did not give me like, oh, you go to like Google this. This man gave me an actual URL code, like a URL website, like with all the fucking numbers and a fucking % signs and backslashes and shit. Off of the top of his dome piece. This man had it memorized in his fucking head. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, all right, type in this. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's fucking like long sequence. He goes, all right, click it. And I was like, all right. I click on it. It takes me to this weird third party looking ass fucking like, you know, like shit you find in like the Ukraine, like Russia kind of idea. On blueprints on how to build a hydrogen bomb. And I want you to know, I've never felt so scared and so worried about the FBI now looking after me, because I looked up a very specific website, and he's just like, he just kept saying like, I failed my mission, and he just kept saying shit like that. And then like after like 10 minutes of this, of him cussing at me and like him just like being grimy, he like was like, all right, catch you on the flip side. He then leaves into a white van. So I have no idea what the fuck that yellow truck was at the beginning. I have no idea why he came up to us to begin with, or why he cussed at us, or why he tried to fight us, or he called us retards. And then I don't know why he knew the blueprints of a hydrogen bomb. And then I don't know why he left in a white van. It is the most... I want you to know, this is one of the 5 wonders of my life that I still don't know yet. Like, if I... Like, you know that Vine where it's like, Zach, stop. Zach, stop. You're going to get in trouble. Stop. And, like, the cops are around him after that. It's like that. That's me. I'm so confused, and I want to know why, but I know I will never know why. That is my... That was that fucking story. Buffalon. More like fucking... Boofy. Gosh, Mickey. So that was my story of that guy doing that too. And alright, let's go back, because I'm pretty sure we can just... God damn it, Bobby. I'm pretty sure the gym's right here, right? So that's story time with PattyTrills. Story time with PattyTrills. I told 4 stories this entire episode. Like, comment, subscribe if you like those you like those stories, man. Yeah, I've had a crazy life, man. Vegas is a fucking wild place. It is wild. It is wild. I still have 420 oddish in my fucking box. I'm wildin'. All right, well, I think we're gonna end the episode here. I know it's not like a full hour chase. If you're watching this for some reason, I know it's not a full hour of power, but you know, obviously we're getting closer, and I gotta edit and stuff and get ready for everything. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, please show your support. Smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Just hit my mic, Jesus Christ. Definitely check all links down in the description down below. This is my Twitch, my Twitter, my merchandise. If you're into that. I did make new merchandise, my pre-merchandise for the series, which I will preview that in actual episode of pre. And check out all the links of other things. I did a video with King's Cloud recently on Pokeballers. Check that out if you want. That went up yesterday. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys as always. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. You guys always PattyTrills. I'm out. Sugar.